Rafa and Donovan.
Welcome back to The Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding. Brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding, Vans. Fucking startled me, bro. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking 6. Y'all know exactly what's going on. I'm D Jones. I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. We got Antoine behind the scenes. Before we get into all the hoopla that is today's episode, we make a big announcement in the post office, so listen in for that. But the biggest, most important piece of news today is what, my friend?
You may have noticed. I mean, I'm a Steelers guy, but you may have noticed. Yeah. We repping 88 gang today. We repping CD Lamb. You know what I'm saying? And that's because we got a Bunt barbecue popping in Dallas, Texas. Neither of us have ever been to Texas. Couldn't be more excited. And it's coming quick. So if you're in the area, make sure you pull up March 21st, Saturday, March 21st. And we're co-hosting it with Geometric Skate Shop. So mad love to Geometric, the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a time. So pull up 3 to 6 p.m. at Botchman Lake Skate Park. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have the boys with us. Sean Malto, Carlos Ribeiro, JP Souza, Tanner Brzezinski, Jake Anderson, and the infamous Canadian skate legend Mitch Barrett. You know what I'm saying? Cannot wait. Let's fucking get it, Dallas. We need recommendations. You know what I'm saying? Hit the inbox.
Absolutely. And in true Bunt barbecue form, it's a true triple threat. Bring your empty bellies, because we gonna have free food for the people. Bring your skateboard, because we skating. We gonna do a best trick for the people, handing out cash, some prizes, you know, little mix of everything. But most importantly, someone, please bring your basketball shoes and bring your shot, because the Ghost is 2-0 at the barbecues in our little basketball feature we got going on. So there will be a net, there will be basketballs. Bring your shot, because the people, me included, have to take the Ghost down, and this is the time. We are so excited to head down to Dallas. Like he said, March 21st, 3 to 6 p.m. Bachman or Botchman Lake, excuse our pronunciation, but we headed back to America, down to Dallas. It's barbecue time. Can't wait. Ghost, the show must go on. Tell the people what we got popping this week.
We got a massive episode. Mike Gigliotti in the building. You know what I'm saying? Legend. People keep saying this is the most random season ever. Like, you can never guess who the next guest is. We're keeping it popping with great interviews. You got to trust us. Just pull up, listen.
Just trust us.
You know what I'm saying? Last week we had Sven on. Y'all haven't heard from him in a couple decades. You know what I'm saying? And he's still that dude, one of the funniest ever. But we got Mike Gigliotti. Amazing stories. Great human being. Great conversation. Hyped to bring this one to the people. And we taking y'all straight to the post office. Fun weekend there. And then, holy shit, the rundown. NFL free agency just hit today. So we probably some more signings when you hear this, but we're up to the minute on NFL free agency. And then week 4 of PSL was one for the books. It's getting better every week. That's how we wrapping out episode 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Make sure to follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Or how do I start this? Make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/@thebuntlive. Hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/The Bunt. And then head over to thebuntlive.com. Ghost, it's a shout out of the week time, man. I know you got something good for us. What is it?
You know what time it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out of the week. Man, skateboarding has always been shaped by the videos that represent it. It's how a lot of us connect to skating in the first place. Lately, videos are treated as disposable content. Algorithms decide what gets seen, and full lengths are reduced to a couple of clips in a feed. That's not how skate videos are meant to be experienced. That's why The Den was built. The Den is a skate video app curated and designed by skaters. It has a deep catalog of videos preserved in their original quality, pure vision, pure sound, exactly the way filmers intended them to be seen. From the classics to the latest releases, and a 24-hour live channel for when you just want to kick back and zone out. The Den was made so when something special comes along, it stays front and center, long after the feeds moved on. So if you care about skate videos like we do, become a member and download The Den for free on iPhone, Android, the web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Man, it hit me the other day. We're just so spoiled in skateboarding these days. Sometimes it's overwhelming. These are like the dog days, kind of, SOTY season heats up later, but there's just nonstop amazing new skating we've never seen that comes out every week. It's just ridiculous. This week was no slouch. I want to shout out Kato Dobbs, which I think was maybe 2 weeks ago it came out now, but I missed some stuff on the cruise. I'm catching up, and that part was guaranteed tremendous. Safety, GTS, Curb Your Enthusiasm. That nollie flip crooks was Carlos Ribeiro-esque to end it, but the whole part was awesome. Wicked skater. And then I want to give a huge shout out to Epically Latered, the latest drop, Casper Brooker. Bro, all the emotions felt. Just a fucking workhorse skater, just a beast, and it was great to get the backstory. So that was just I started it. You ever do this where you just press play because you want to come back to it later? You just want your thing to like remember. So I'm gonna just watch like the first 2 minutes and finish, and then I just watched the whole thing. It was fucking amazing.
It's hard to turn away.
Mr. Odell, our boy, you did it again. That was amazing. But the official shout out of the week, it's got to go to Triple OG. Caswell Berry dropped a new full part for Jacuzzi. And bro, Louis Barletta wasn't lying, man. He's still pushing. He's still got it. Still got the steez, the trick selection, all of that. Caswell, hats off to you. Still killing, man. Fucking legend.
Absolutely. Ghost, there's nothing left to be said. It's time. Let's get this interview popping. Lottie in the building. Here we go. All right, we are super happy to have Mike Gigliotti in the building today. What's cracking, man?
Gelati.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Don't worry, dude. That's my entire life. I think the only person I've ever met that got it right first try was like a Jacopo.
Dude, what the hell? That G moves in silence like lasagna, eh?
Yeah. That's only Italians have ever gotten it. Like I said, Jacopo and his buddies, they know.
I hit that hard. I hit that G hard too.
You had that confidence. That was gold.
Shane Heil, who is like a good friend of mine. I love Shane.
Yeah.
Shane said Gigliotti recently, and I was like, dude, I've known you for fucking 16 years at this point. Like, he's like, shit. But people mispronounce Shane's last name all the time.
Yeah. Gelati. All right, dude. We start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
For some reason, what's coming to mind is not really a skate moment, but kind of is snowboarding with John Cardiel. I did some art for a Vans snowboard competition maybe 4 years ago, and like got to just go up to Utah and was snowboarding with Ben Cato and John Cardiel, and I was like, dude, this is pretty fucking sick. Like watching John Cardiel snowboard, it was awesome. But all right, maybe I'll tap another funny skate moment, going to the Yeah Right video premiere with my little squad of buddies, this dude, Luis Martinez, Wesley Tata, and this kid, Nick Richardson, all Santa Monica, Venice kids. And sitting right behind us was one of our best friends, Alex Olson, and sitting next to Ed Templeton and Jeff Rowley, and we're tripping, and we turn around and we say what's up to Alex, and he just acts like he doesn't even know us.
Oh shit!
Cool guy,
Damn, from the homie.
courthouse locals. We were like,
Wow.
He'll deny that, but it's a fact. It happened.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's crazy.
Favorite sports moment? In my life, I scored 21 points against Crenshaw High School when I was a junior in high school, which was a big deal because they were the best team, but I was draining threes. Had a lucky first quarter in them, and they smoked us. But
yeah, you got yours.
I played basketball all through high school. I got mine 100%. Like professional sports would be. My mom's from Chicago, so I got to see Jordan play. Like. Ooh. You know, I got to go to the United Center when it was Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman and Pippen and, you know, that whole crew. So just like seeing them live at that time. Wow. Especially Jordan's my all-time, like a lot of people, but that trio right there and Steve Kerr and all them, my favorite players ever, my favorite, you know, dynasty ever. So that was pretty tight.
That's sick. Incredible.
Really cool.
I can't believe that Alex Olsen story. But I'm so happy you shared.
All time. Yeah.
He could deny that all he wants, but I have multiple witnesses, so it's all good.
The fake homie.
The fake homie, a big time.
So, Mike, take us back to the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
Yeah, so I grew up, I was born in San Francisco, and then my dad got a job down in Los Angeles, so we moved down here when I was a really little kid. I got into skating. One of my older brothers, his buddy John, they skated and like early grabbed off a little kicker ramp they had in the driveway. But their buddy John was like more up to speed than my brothers were. Like he could ollie big and he could like do pop shove-its and stuff. And my brother Noah gave me a hand-me-down board. And then this kid across the street, Steven, he saw me skateboarding, and then that was it right there. I was kind of hooked. I wanted to learn how to do tricks and stuff. What's funny is my older brothers, they gave me my first skate video, and it was like the Wheels of Fire and Streets of Fire videos. This is probably like 1996. Yeah, I was probably 10 years old or something, maybe 97. That video was really dated, you know, so I didn't know like, oh shit, there's art, like dudes are skating small boards and technical skating. I kind of thought like the pro skaters were Nodis, Jeff Kendall. It wasn't until I got to school that some kids kind of schooled me on everything, showed me who Chad Muska was, showed me stuff like that. Yeah, so that was the game changer, probably 6th grade.
The Muska, man. What would you consider your first big break in the skate industry?
It's hard to say in the industry like that it is today, for sure. Reynolds and Spanky asking me to do graphics at Baker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, I think that was 2013. I had known Spanky loosely. We were like young kids. Back then, it was probably more about partying, like drinking and stuff at Max Fish and places like that I met Spanky and Tino Razzo and these guys when I was 18 and they were in their early 20s, I think. And Spanky knew I liked to illustrate and draw. Yeah, when he asked me if I wanted to start doing graphics at Baker, it just kind of like, I did one series, it went well, and then I started skating with them a bit, and it just naturally progressed from there, and it just kind of never stopped.
Max Fish, man. Classic. Dude. Is that place still around?
I don't know, and I'm not throwing anyone under the bus because it's been long enough, but that was the spot that when we were teenagers, the older bartender people would sneak us in and let us chill in the back. But that place used to get raided. Like cops would come in and just be like, everyone ID. Damn. Because they knew it was a place young skaters would lurk out at. So we would hide under the pool table or like in the bathroom and stuff. But never had any problems. But yeah, the Fish was definitely like, people like, I know people would love to like be like, oh, Max Fish, talk shit on it, but like it was a place everybody went and hung out, and definitely a lot of people met lifelong friends there and stuff like that. So
like a hub, you needed that spot, man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your boy Alex Olsen, you already gave us a gem of a story, but how did you guys meet? And if you have another one up your sleeve, we'd love to hear it.
So there was a local spot that I skated just the other day with Andrew called Douglas Park. It's basically a curb, right? It's a little taller than a curb, but it's a ledge, I guess. But Alex's dad, Steve and him like lived nearby and would drop Alex off there. And this kid Max I grew up skating with, his dad lived right down the street. So that's where we met as real young, 5th, 6th grade kids. Damn. And then kind of just started skating from there. And then we found out like the West LA courthouse was just up the street. The Sand Gaps wasn't far. I've been skating with him. Well, he barely skates anymore. I'm actually going to try to talk a lot of shit on him right now so that maybe it inspires him to get a clip. A good Alex story is, you know what? One time when we were 18 or 19, I think he was just on Girl Flow at that time, like not a fully sponsored dude. We went out to Europe just to go skate, like find spots and do stuff like that. We went to Denmark. It's kind of before Denmark was Copenhagen as it is now. Like there weren't that many spots there as far as we knew. And we went to that place, Christiania, that Tom Penny ramp in there, and Alex opened the door to a taxi and clipped a fucking dude riding on a motorcycle. Oh. And the dude, I had a bunch of hash in my sock, so I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get in trouble. Like, I got drugs on me. Alex, the dude flipped over his handlebars and was fucking on the ground laid up. And me and Alex were like, this is day one of this trip. We're like, we just killed some fucking Danish guy. We run over to him and like classic Danish style, he's laying on the ground. He's like, oh, you guys are American. Where are you from? And we're like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. Or you're from California? Oh, I love it there. We're like, dude, you're bleeding. And he actually was totally fine, but we totaled his bike. The police handcuff us and fucking put us in a car, take us to the station. I never get caught with the hash, but the dude was like, we had to pay for his bike.
Damn.
And so we had to figure out a way, and we didn't have enough money to pay like for the full, but the guy was super nice and was like, you can pay me back when you get back to the States. Here's my info. So we exchanged information, but we gave him most of the money we did have for the rest. We had like another 6 days on this trip.
He got no money.
So true story. This is a true story. We had very little money. We were eating at McDonald's every day. We went to a skate park where there was a contest going on, and the winner won cash prizes, like a bunch of DC winning shoes. Sick. And like a DC backpack and like DC jeans and all this stuff. And Alex very easily won the contest. And he won. So he had money, and then he sold all that DC stuff. And then we paid the guy back when we got to the States, and that's the end of the story. But yeah, that's a good Alex story right there.
That's crazy. What a nice guy. Just be like, just pay me back later. Like, that's crazy. So you mentioned it. You grew up skating at the courthouse in its heyday. Who were some regulars you would see there? And do you have a memorable childhood story from the courthouse days?
I didn't realize until I got older how rare it is for most skateboarders. Like, you don't see all these pros at your local spot every day. Mm-hmm. And that spot, it was every day, every time you were there. The Baker dudes would be there. The Girl Chocolate dudes who we idolized. The biggest locals that we were heavily influenced by and would see every day was like Robbie McKinley, Chris Roberts, dude, that Hot Rod skate shop, Chris Casey and those guys, they were all locals there. And then like sometimes those Valley kids, they would come and skate, and that would be like Just In Case, dude, Spanky, Mike Taylor, Paul Rodriguez. Fucking, you'd see Day One there sometimes.
OG City Stars crew.
Oh yeah, you'd see all those guys all the time. Fabian Alomar, Joey Surreal. Yeah, that crew was there a bunch, and that was Paul Rodriguez would be there a bunch. And I was never friends with him or didn't know him like that. He rode for he was like on Action, and then this company called Monkey Sticks, I think it was called. Mm-hmm. And then I think right after that he got on City Stars. And then there was this company called 16, which Spanky rode for.
Sick. Right.
Yeah, those were times where you know, any dream of being a pro skater went out the window. Like when you saw them pull up, like any thought I had of one day being a pro, and you see kids who are just like a year older than you, and they're doing like switch flip tail slides and stuff. I was like, all right, I got to find, if I want to like be in skateboarding, so I got to find another avenue, because I don't know if I'm going to be that good.
Dude, it was probably better for you. Up here, the dream lived way too long, man. We needed a harsher dose of reality as a kid.
Oh, dude, yeah. When the first time, I'll never forget, the first time I saw Justin Case skate, I was like, holy shit. I couldn't believe that dude was like maybe a year or two older than me. I couldn't wrap my head around what he was doing. Switch backside tail sides and like back nose blunts on ledges. I mean, it was just like, that dude was so ahead of his time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, good courthouse stories was just really just running, you know, like any plaza type spot, running from the cops with your friends. And, you know, I saw Chris Roberts nose grind the long ledge out front, like a legendary trick. Yeah. Saw some Brad Hayes. You know who Brad Hayes is? Mm-hmm. Brad Hayes, that part in Baker 2G. Yeah. Yeah. So like we saw that go down. We were there that day, like front 180 fakie manny, fakie 360 flip. Wow. Like, yeah, just you got to see and meet a lot of cool people.
So sick. Yeah. So word is you saw Reynolds with the first ever Baker board. What's the story there?
Reynolds and Greco and Ellington and Alyssa, Jay Thorpe, they would come up to the courthouse. And to be honest, I had never really seen people like that before, like punk looking, like really grimy looking people in the best way possible. And then that kind of like changed what I liked a little bit, you know, seeing them. One day, courthouse was mobbed and Reynolds was skating the stage. And we were just standing next to him and his board flipped over and we were like, oh, fucking Baker bootleg, like the video. And he's like, yeah, we're starting a company. It's called Baker Skateboards. Yeah, there's not much to that story other than that, you know, just like that's the story. Yeah, we saw that board and then maybe a month or two later, Hot Rod and the shops started getting it. And then it was pretty rapid in LA, myself included. Any kid who never even drank alcohol was spray painting piss drunks on your board. And
that is actually the best influence on kids ever.
And I had curly hair and I wanted straight hair so bad, you know, because all those dudes had long, cool fucking straight hair. And I was like, damn it, dude. It was just cool, man, how much they supported the scene and they were all cool to us too. That's another thing. Like none of those people were dicks, which just makes you want to fucking buy their product even more, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Dude, with Baker and Reynolds and Greco and all them, it's crazy how like visual the influence is. Because you would have tight pants and smaller shirts and grow your hair.
Oh, yeah.
And like, if you like Girl and Chocolate and stuff, you're just like a fresh dude. But like with Baker, it's so visual of like, okay, we know exactly who you guys are imitating, you know?
I mean, my love for Girl and Chocolate didn't just fully stop right there, you know? It was like, but I do feel like back then it was much like stricter on Hesh or Fresh. It was very late 90s, early 2000s. Like I would get clowned by my friends because I never liked just one thing. Even to this day, I don't. I'm very easily influenced and I like all types of skateboarding. And I remember finding out that Eric Ellington really liked Mike Carroll. And I remember that blowing my mind for some reason. Like that fucking raggedy, long-haired fucking punk can't like that dude. Like, so those dudes, I just always thought how strict it was back then was kind of lame. If you liked Girl Chocolate and you just wore like a white tee and jeans, like you looked fine, whether you were dope at skating or not. Whereas like very few people ever pulled off the Ellington Reynolds Greco look besides that. Yeah. That's a hard one to really pull off if you're not as sick as those dudes. So
it's crazy how many skinny jeans they sold, man.
Oh, yeah. I fell for every trend in skateboarding ever, but I never did the slim. I never did the slim pants. I just didn't have the body type for it, but I did everything else. Yeah.
I'm sure you tried them on. You thought about it.
Oof. Yeah, I tried on some white Levi's. And just like, it wasn't even, I didn't need a second opinion. I was like, oh, this is not for me. But yeah, as a young Grom, tried on some white Levi's for sure.
So cool, man. Who started calling you Lottie? Like who and why and when did that take over as your nickname?
Yeah, that didn't start until I had a skate shop. So my last name is Gigliotti, but the nickname Lottie doesn't stem from that. It stems, my grandmother on the non-Gigliotti side, her name was Lottie. So her name wasn't Lottie Gigliotti, right? Her name was Lottie Wexler, different last name. But when I was like trying to figure out what to call the skate shop, which was like the hardest thing about starting a shop, was what to call it. I was like, oh, it'd be cool to just call my grandma's name Lottie. And I think at the time, because my last name is Gigliotti, maybe people started thinking, oh, that's just like a nickname for Gigliotti, or that's his nickname. And that's just where that came from. Yeah, people just kept calling me that, and then it stuck.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's crazy. Blew my mind.
So you were working at the Supreme store in LA and then got transferred to New York. How'd that move come about, and what spurred it?
Like I said, when I was maybe in high school, me and this kid, Luis Martinez, Rasta Lou, and all these people would take the bus up to skate the courthouse and then LA High. There was a shop on La Brea called Union. It's still there. It's like right next to, there's like a Stussy store in Union. Back then, Union was like a small little kind of streetwear place, but it was the only place where you could find Supreme clothing in LA. They would get like maybe a t-shirt and a hat. And so I didn't even really know what Supreme was. This is the year 2001 or something. You know, I just like thought that it was a cool thing. And I would go to that store once in a while and hang out and chat with the guy who was managing it. His name was Berto. I think maybe after maybe like a year and a half, I was in high school and I got kicked out my senior year. I went to that shop Union and told Berto, fuck man, I just got kicked out of high school. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, he's 26 years old at the time, I think. And he was like, oh, LA, you know that company Supreme, they're opening a store here and we need like a young dude, like a skate rat kid who would want to work there. Would you want a job? And I was like, yes, immediately. So I interviewed with him and the owner of Supreme, James. It went well. I got a job at the LA store when it first opened. So 2004, best opportunity I could have got, especially after just getting kicked out of high school. Worked there for a year. And I just, at that time, I wanted to get out of LA, and I was seeing all this, like, meeting all these skaters coming in telling me like, oh, Barcelona is where it's at. Barcelona. Berto at Supreme and Javier Nunez, they were both like, dude, you're fucking 18 years old. Go and you'll have a job when you come back. But like, go spend your money, go meet girls, go skate. And so
Sick.
So me, this kid Chris Chaffone, old NJ skate shop ripper. He's a firefighter in DC now. He's fucking badass dude. My friend Lewis, we and this kid Dan Lieber out in Philly, we went and moved to Barcelona for, well, it was supposed to be 3 weeks. And I stayed for 6 months. And yeah, moved into this like little apartment with Thomas Winkle, Florida legend, and John Newport,
Damn,
another
sick.
maniac. Yeah, pretty sick. John was awesome. I just stayed out there until your visa was up, basically. And so I came back to LA, and I didn't want to be in LA. So they were like, dude, if you move to New York, you can get a job at Supreme there. So yeah, beginning of 2005, I think, I moved to New York, and I lucked out super hard being able to work at Supreme because the managers then, like Ryan Hickey, Charles Lamb, Gio Moya, Gio Estevez, I knew them, and they were like, dude, there's young dudes your age that skate every day when you come out here. So fuck, man, day one of moving there, I immediately was like locked in with the sickest group of friends. This kid, Matt Mooney, Price Holmes, Ty Lyons, Ben Nazario, Tondo, Isaac, like all this whole crew of like kids who either worked at Supreme or rode for Supreme, and Costa. And then, so that I also happened to move there where like, that was the beginning of Quarter Snacks, like right when I moved there.
Sick.
I just had a rad crew immediately, friends with all those dudes, and working at Supreme back then was the shit.
That's so cool. How come you didn't want to stay in LA after being gone for 6 months? Why were you so like, I don't want to be back here?
Yeah, I think I was just fried on it. I was kind of like, dude, I didn't like seeing kids from high school. And I just felt like I was sick of really what I wanted to do was just move to a city with a good street skating scene. That was it. But when the job for Supreme was an option, it made the choice even easier. And my older sisters lived in New York at the time, so I was like, okay, cool, I'll have family that lives there. One of my brothers lived there. So that was like why I was sold, but it was like predominantly because of skateboarding, you know?
That's wicked. I mean, an epic city to end up in as well.
Dude, there would be days where I would be walking around the Lower East Side with, you know, I'm 5'9". Like, I'd be walking around with like Alex and Dylan Reeder. And like, dude, I have like some busted ass Lakais on and like some shitty backpack. And they're like fucking walking in front of me. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get a number or talk to anybody tonight with you two. Like, as much as I loved hanging out with them, it was like detrimental to my social life. But yeah, Dylan was another dude, like the coolest fucking suave dude to ever live, and just so friendly. Like, Dylan was like the most non-judgmental. He didn't care who you were, what you were, you know, he was cool to everybody. Yeah, being the third guy, like fucking walking behind him with like a backpack with like some shitty weed in it or something. Yeah.
They must have been the most powerful duo in skateboarding of all time, man. Like Pippen and Jordan. Was there ever thought of a Supreme video before Cherry?
Yeah, there was. I feel like when I've only told like a few people this. Like I told Frank Mayer and Jay Thorpe this like not that long ago. Yeah, it would have been a very different thing. But basically, I want to say 2007, 2008, I was working at Supreme on Lafayette, and Sam Salgonic, who filmed a lot of like the early Crooked videos, Nar and those videos. Sam was like hanging out with us a bunch, and we were going out and filming. And I think he had pitched an idea to James, who owns Supreme, of like just making a video. And none of us, especially me, were good enough. Like it would have been a homie video, which makes sense if you know what Supreme was like back then. Even on a hectic day, there wouldn't be like a line around the corner. If there was, dude, Hav would tell me, or Ryan Hickey at the New York one would be like, Mike, do the door. Like, it wouldn't be like some security guard. It would be me, like, letting 5 or 10 people in at a time. And that was maybe once a week, if that. But back then, it was like, dude, we skated out front all day. We had the most fun ever. Yeah, Sam was going to film this video, so we were going out with Sam every day for a year or so. And we were just, like, filming a bunch of stuff. That was probably, like, the hardest I've ever tried to, like, really get tricks and stuff like that. And I think maybe the only dude at the time that was like filming for it, I could be wrong, so someone might hear this and correct me. I know Eli Reed was he was the only dude that would skate with us on another level good. No disrespect to me and my friends, everyone ripped, but it just wasn't. It wouldn't have been like a Cherry type video. And then, dude, again, don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't know if Sam's relationship with James soured or what occurred. If Sam was over it or he had something else going on, or just like difference of opinions, but nothing happened from that. And at that time, I believe Alex Olsen was riding for Quicksilver. I think right around then he got on Supreme. Bill was filming a lot with Alex and Dylan and all those dudes through Quicksilver. I think Quicksilver's skate program ended, and then Bill's name got thrown into the mix of like making a video for Supreme. Yeah, I mean, if the original Supreme video, if it was us in it, it would have been maybe a more highly curated Quarter Snacks clip, which would have been sick. I would have been tight. Sure. Like I would have loved it. Man, respect to Ryan Hickey and Charles Lamb, both Geos, James Jebbia, like Supreme. I personally love Supreme, man. Like whatever's people's idea of it these days, cool. But if you're good to them and you're cool to James Jebbia and them, and you do right by them, they will look after you forever. Like the amount of friends I know that have quit and done other stuff and then gone back, and James rehired them, you know, they looked out for the skaters for sure. And then what they ended up doing, what Bill crushed it with all those videos. I mean, those are like instant classics. Bill, I love Bill, man. Bill killed it.
He changed skate videos forever with Cherry. That thing fucked the algorithm up for permanently, dude. Man,
seems like you were in New York for one of the coolest time periods. But what happened to this? Yeah. Did the clips come out that you guys had been working on for the original not Cherry, but the original Supreme video that didn't happen?
I have a couple of them. At that time, Sam gave us our footage. He was really anti giving us our footage. I probably came off like a prick, but years later I hit Sam up. Hey, like, I lip slid this, probably like the thing I made, one of the few things I worked the hardest for in my life. Took me all night. I lip slid this tall ping pong type table on the Upper East Side, and Zach Malfa shot a photo of it. I was pretty hyped on it. That would have been my like big trick in the video. And I remember years later I hit Sam up like, hey man, is there any chance like you have? And he's like, yeah, Mike, I'm going to go to Staten Island right now and go in my mom's fucking garage to get your fucking lip slide. And I was like, damn, all right.
So hard, bro.
Kind of, yeah, like, all right, well, I just like whoever was there that night. Matt Mooney remembers it. Miles Marquez remembers it. But fucking without them, yeah. I think Billy Rohan may have been there. Billy
shit. Legend. Yeah, I asked Wheatley if you had a full part, and he said never a full part, but he did mention that you hard flipped a double.
I did. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. I've that's like my pride and joy, that clip. So I
need that
every like 4 years or something. I like have to let the world know. Like I did jump down something one time. Here's the proof. Yeah. We went skating one night. Me, Lewis, and Furby.
Sick.
Fuck, Furby did every single trick down it besides a hard flip.
Obviously, Supreme's known for having their like psycho drops where shit goes crazy at the shop. What was the craziest experience you had there? And was there ever a moment where you guys kind of like realized or foresaw that this was going to become as massive as it is now?
That may have been after me. I never remember. I'll tell you a funny one. One time we were working and the phone rings and Ryan Hickey picks up and Ryan's like, hello. And it's the person being like, hey, so I'm a manager of a big celebrity. They're going to come in tomorrow and we want to close the store down so that they can have a shopping experience on their own. And they like wouldn't tell Ryan the name of the person who it was. And so Ryan just went like, get the fuck out of here, and like hung up on him. So but I'm like curious. I'm like, who's gonna come in the shop the next day, you know? If anyone now. Yeah. So I was working the next day, and dude, it was fucking Kid Rock.
What?
Yeah, Kid Rock came in and bought a bunch of red Supreme shit. I'm trying to think, dude. You know what's another funny one, which reminded me? Lupe Fiasco.
Oh,
he
that
came
would make
in.
Sense.
He wanted to set up new wheels. This dude had a brand new complete and wanted new wheels because his wheels were dirty. And Ryan Hickey just straight said no. Like, no, I will not change your wheels out. Like, and then there was a whole problem. Ryan would refuse to fucking back down.
That's epic.
That's amazing.
Dude.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be dirty, Lupe.
Yeah, no, someone should have told him that. Yeah.
Word on the street is you've never beaten Daniel Wheatley in a game of skate, man. What are your thoughts on that statement?
That's probably true. That shouldn't be a point of pride for Wheatley that he can fucking beat me in skate. Like, who gives a shit?
I think he takes pride in it.
No, for sure, but he's definitely beaten way better people than me.
The word Vishan is a Swedish expression used to describe the countryside, often with an emphasis on remoteness. It is also a state of mind, a place where you have left everything and everyone behind. But above all, Vishan is the northernmost skate brand in the world. Located just 120 kilometers south of the polar circle, the sun never sets during summer and doesn't bother to show up at all during winter. So it's easy to say there's a very clear high and low season. CHPO and Vishan thrive on the low season. Why would they otherwise even live in Sweden? And that's why they decided to release a skateboard and a pair of sunglasses in late February, when there is hardly any sun to speak of and nowhere to skate. Some might call it stupid, but they are just thinking outside the box. If there were any other skate and sunglass brands in northern Sweden collaborating, they would definitely release their collection in the summer. But not them, because they are in a Vishon state of mind. Low season for life. Available across the globe in your favorite skate shops and at chpobrand.com. The worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches. Always doing it for the people. Y'all gotta get a pair of these, man. It's a state of mind, baby. What was the thought process behind starting your own shop, Lotties?
So around 2015, I was doing freelance illustration. I was making a bunch of books at the time, selling books, doing some graphics for Baker here and there. Dude, I wanted to start. I was like, Rip City is a local skate shop in Santa Monica. And Rip City is awesome. And there's Kingswell, and there's Val Surf, and there's a bunch of shops. But there were LA's fucking massive, so there were pockets of LA where there wasn't a skate shop. And like Brooklyn Project's another great shop, but like, again, they have their little zones in LA. And so I just I thought, man, that this could be a cool opportunity. I didn't want to start a clothing company, but I wanted to have a place for my friends and people I knew to hang out, and then a place to like illustrate and paint and maybe use my illustrations and paintings on t-shirts and clothing. And around that time, I was hanging out and skating a little bit with the Palace dudes. They did like a pop-up in LA. I had known Danny Brady for a bit. I had randomly gone on like a Supreme trip back in the day with Lucian Clark. So but I was really tight with Tori Goodall. I remember they had a little pop-up in LA, which really made me be like, it was so fun. It was just so fun. Gareth and Greg at Palace and all these people, it was just such a good time that I was like, damn, I kind of want to keep that going. So we found this small location. Yeah, man, just immediately, again, it was hard to think of a name. Someone in my family was like, call it grandma's name. Perfect. Called it that. And then Tori, the reason I bring up Tori a bunch too is I remember talking to him, and Tori had said, like, if you do start a skate shop, make sure that like your brand is the most desired thing people want from there. Don't rely on shoe sales. Don't rely on carrying Palace. Don't rely on anything else other than your own thing. So I was like, okay, perfect. I want to make Lottie's t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like the scene that we cater to the most. Through working at Supreme and knowing Tori and all those guys, and the Palace dudes were so helpful. Like, we were the only shop to be able to carry Palace soft goods in LA at the time. Like, we were before they opened a store here. So yeah, like a dude who does screen printing, I know forever from skating, would print all our stuff, and he was down the street. So the turnaround was quick, 2-3 days. If I sent him an illustration, boom, we got hoodies, t-shirts, basketball shorts, whatever we wanted to make. And I just felt like LA could use that at the time. Like, it already existed, like I said, in other neighborhoods, but we just wanted to do it on the west side of LA.
Nice.
That's so dope.
Yeah, I'm bummed we never got the chance to pop in at the time. Visits were few and far between, but would have loved to stop by.
I bet, yeah.
So during the first year or two of the shop, you were dealing with something behind the scenes. What was going on there?
In 2017, it's like in the first year of having the shop, I used to smoke like a pack, maybe a little bit more than a pack of cigarettes a day. I was never a huge drinker or drug user or whatever, but I just wasn't treating my body all that great. I remember one day I went surfing with my buddy, and I started to just feel like really bad, like pain in my stomach. And I was 29 years old at the time. It's like 10 years ago. And I thought maybe I had a hernia. I remember hearing like an older dude being like, yeah, that happens, right? And that's where you would feel the pain. Or I had appendicitis or something. So it kind of persisted and wouldn't go away. And I went to the doctor. Doctor checked me out. Was like, no, you don't have a hernia, but dude, you skateboard a bunch, you surf, like maybe you leaned over wrong and pulled a muscle. And I was like, all right. And it didn't go away. And then I started to get like night sweats and like feel feverish and really cold and hot. And I was like, dude, something's fucked up. maybe 2.5, 3 weeks later, I went back to that same doctor, and he's like, you know what, man, this is kind of weirding me out. Let's do an ultrasound. So I did an ultrasound, and I basically had cancer in my stomach, in my abdomen, and then it had spread. It had spread to my fucking, to my fucking balls, dude. And I was like, oh, fuck, this sucks. Like, but it was a trip because, I'm like a grown man. You go to the doctor alone. And for some reason that morning, my mom called me and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to go to the doctor because I've been having these night sweats and my pain. And she's like, can I come? I was like, yeah, for sure. So she came with me.
Wow.
Oddly enough, that morning. Yeah, the doctor was like, dude, I'm so sorry. We misdiagnosed you a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
You have seminoma cancer in your abdomen, and like you have to get surgery because if this goes to stage 3 or 4, it's like, and we don't know how rapidly that can progress. This gets a lot worse. What was cool about it was that the dude told me, it was like 9 a.m. I'm sitting there with my mom. I'm like, well, what do we got to do? He's like, we got to do a surgery ASAP. And I'm like, all right, well, when's the soonest I can do it? And he's like, well, we got to schedule this with the surgeon. It takes time. Like, and I was dreading having to go home and think about this. Like, I was like, fuck, I didn't want to deal with it and confront it. He's like, well, let me call this doctor, Mark Kelly, see what he says. And that surgeon had a cancellation that afternoon. So he's like, what, do you want to do the first surgery today? And I was like, yes, let's fucking do this. I don't want to think about it. He's like, you haven't eaten anything today? I'm like, I haven't eaten, haven't drank coffee, nothing, because it was the first appointment in the morning. And so luckily I called my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, do you care if I have one ball? And she's like, no. I'm like, all right, cool. I got cancer and I got to get surgery. And
oh my God.
So they were taking tumors out of like the lining of my abdomen, stomach area, and then had to remove a testicle. And I remember sitting with the fucking doctor just being like, whatever. I remember the doctor giving me 2 options of prosthetics. And one felt like a squishy fucking felt like slime. And then like weird, fake, terrible. And then the other one felt like a pool, the 8 ball. And I was like, dude, this is fucked. Why are these the options? Like there's nothing in between this. And the doctor was like, hey, my personal advice, we've done more surgeries where dudes get the fake testicle and then get it taken out because they hated it. You get all self-conscious. You got 2 of something your whole life, and then all of a sudden you got 1. It sucks. And so, but whatever, I did my first surgery that afternoon, and then we had to wait for all the swelling and everything to go down to check my tumor markers. I had to do 1 more surgery. And then in that time, you're going to radiology, chemotherapy, assessing what they're going to do. I had done some radiation, and then I had gone to a chemo specialist, and they were like an oncologist, Dr. Lieber. And the dude was like, man, you don't have to do this yet. Like, wait for your body to like adjust, see if like your exposure to radiation plus these 2 surgeries helped. And so that's what I did. So the first couple years of Lottie's, luckily I had sick, this kid Jarrett worked for me, super sick person. And my buddy Louie, Chris Ramos, and just the raddest locals ever, that when I was like fully couldn't walk or like handle the day-to-day stuff, I had people who were more than willing to help out and step in for the first while. So look, man, the day I got diagnosed, I never smoked a cigarette after that. So it sucked, but at the same time, it probably was the best thing that ever happened to me. I had grown up going in and out of boxing and a lot of jiu-jitsu and stuff, and I kind of fell off of that. So when this happened, that put me back in the gym, which I train jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai like 4 or 5 days a week and have consistently. And like I did it a little in high school, but it was a little too like jockish maybe. Not jockish, but like the dudes who did martial arts were assholes. I didn't want to be around them and stuff. So it definitely helped me long term. And it'll tighten up your friend group real quick. When as we all know, as you get older, when you go through anything difficult, you find out pretty quick who's like there for you and who's not. So overall, best thing that could have happened to me.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a long.
No, again, didn't know the story behind that question. That's deep. But thanks for sharing.
What a crazy turn of events to be able to just like get that process started day one was probably, like you said, the best thing possible, man. Because there's nothing worse than just like being at home and inside your own brain thinking and stewing, and that's
it's
some
like
great. I mean, bad luck on the diagnosis and like the misdiagnosis, but turned the corner on the luck real quick there and got you in there day one. It's awesome.
I've been in remission, as they say, ever since. But yeah, that whole process, man, is rough. Just like going to oncology units and fucking, yeah, you're around people going through a lot harder shit than you. So you're also like, okay, it could be worse.
Well, happy that you're past that. Congrats on that.
For sure. Yeah, it's gone for good.
Back to Lottie's for a sec. You guys were able to drop multiple video projects at the shop over the years, and basically introduce multiple now household names to the skate community. People like Nick Michael and Dane Barker. Which project was your favorite that you guys dropped?
Man, maybe that video, Lottie's Skate Shop Must Be Stopped. I can take almost no credit for any of those videos, or for Nick Michael or for Dane Barker. I mean, I didn't discover either of those dudes. I didn't fucking help them. Like, I guess Lottie's was a place they would come and hang out for sure. And their friend groups would come and hang out. But Daniel Wheatley absolutely took the reins on that. He killed it, and he would go out skating with all those guys, Pedro Delfino, and again, the Palace connection there with like Rory and Danny Brady. David Clark was around a bunch back then. I mean, it was so fun going skating with them. Josh Paul, Andrew Allen, like everyone got along too. And I was really stoked to see certain dudes like Nick and Dane. Maybe people didn't know who they were before some of those videos. So yeah, they crushed it, man. Super good times.
That's so sick. What's the story behind saving people from a car crash at the shop?
Dude, fucking A. That was gnarly. There were like, in front of Lottie's, there were always fucking car accidents. Like there was this intersection, people would drive fucking 200 miles an hour down and no crosswalk and blind spots. And there was always something happening outside. We were filming something and just heard the accident, didn't see everything firsthand, but like there's just all these people just like phone out fucking, oh shit, just like filming and looking. And I'm like, dude, there's a fucking dude like in that car. So I ran out there and we busted the window open and dragged this dude out. And the dude's knee was a little banged up. But fucking A, was that guy lucky, because the car rolled multiple times. Like we were pretty sure, like airbags, everything. Yeah, fucking dragged that dude out of a bad situation. That was one of a few car accidents where we had to drag some people out, but that was the gnarliest for sure. Yeah, that's that story.
It's insane. I mean, that's the day and age now, is people's first reaction is to film it or take a photo and then live their life second, right?
Yeah, man. Cancer, car accidents, just fun, good times, talking, telling sweet, great story, uplifting stories.
So, like you mentioned, you're over at Baker Boys now. What is the average day like working at Baker Boys, man? And you must see a colorful cast of characters constantly rolling through that place with the park and just everything. Like, what's the average day at Baker Boys like for you?
Yeah. So I don't know if this may come as a surprise to you or not, but like I only go to Baker like maybe once a week. So I have like a little studio at my apartment that I do all my artwork from. I don't work that well with other people watching me like paint and draw and stuff. So Spanky and I will pick a day or 2 days a week to meet up, go over all this stuff. But I think Spanky predominantly likes to work at home too. So definitely if we do go to Baker, most of the time it's just to skate. I very rarely have a good day skating at Baker, but that's my problem. It's not the skate park's problem. But there's definitely regulars. There's like, Shake Giant regulars, Baker regulars. Fucking Antoine is there all the time. Thomas Dristis and Nikolai, you'll see those dudes up there. And then, of course, you know, Reynolds, Shane, Spanky, and then if any of the other dude, I'm trying to think of dudes that like ride for Baker that are there all the time. Like, as far as Baker, like art stuff goes, Andrew is just the raddest dude to work for and with and all that. He really lets us, like, within reason, do whatever we want. And it's super different than, like, you know, like I do graphics for Antihero, and like those graphics, there's usually like a pretty strong idea behind it. I want you to draw this idea. Can you make it happen? Whereas with, which I love doing that. Baker is just a different vibe. There's no plan. It's as like loose and free as you could imagine. And I think that makes Baker very special in a way too, you know. I've always thought that was my initial attraction to Baker, I think, you know, as a kid, because I love that fresh skating and I loved the hijinks fucking punk rock thing. And like they captured all of it, if you ask me. They were not just one thing. They had Lenosi in there and fucking Mike Maldonado and fucking Antoine and Theo and then they had guys in their camp like Ellington and Greco and that vibe, you know. So I love that it was a mix of everything that translates in the graphics and in the art department, and Spanky rules. So it's like super fun working with all those guys.
Yeah, dude, like
hell yeah.
The TK and Evan Hernandez days, like it was so gangster and Hesh at the same time.
There's an old Evan Hernandez board that's like, was it an ad, I think, where it's like split. It's like he's dressed like half his body, he's like wearing like a Raiders jersey and like a chain, and then the other half of his body is like punk rock.
That's sick.
That is Baker, man.
Yeah, that is Baker.
You mentioned Greco a couple times, and I feel like was last season Braden Safransky just had some insane stories, and he's refused to do the pod. I think we've tried a couple times, but do you have a Greco story by any chance? Because I feel like they're always fucking crazy when they do come up.
I don't have any like crazy hijinks Greco story. I have my take on Jim is like he's one of the coolest fucking people I've ever known, for sure. I've always gotten along with Jim. Obviously, there's stories of people who Jim didn't like them, and yeah, that would suck. I would not want Jim. Yeah, Braden, for a good example. Like, I wouldn't want Jim to not like me. I could see how that would be rough, but I've always got along with Jim. How about this? Greco doesn't. Here's a good one. Fucking Daniel Wheatley. Jim Greco does not like Daniel Wheatley. And I think that's fucking funny. Like, I've been at Baker where Wheatley's pulled up and Greco's there, and I'm like, oh shit. Like, they're both fucking here, and like, god damn it. And Wheatley will just be like, what's up, Jim? And like, fucking, like, and Jim will just fucking deadpan look at him. Just no reaction, stare him down. And like, but I love that Wheatley just still says hi. Like, Wheatley's like, dude, whatever. I don't care. It was like over some Dickies misunderstanding, or again, before me having anything to do with any of that.
Oh, when he was TM over there.
Yeah. Greco sticks to his guns, dude. He's not. Him and Jeremy Klein are both like very cool, interesting people that I've gotten to kick it with and skate with, and they're just like they're tripped out. It's sick.
I forgot about
That's
that
so funny.
fucking Greco Wheatley beef.
Yeah. Wheatley's got beef all over town, bro. Wheatley,
he's not shy to go at the legends either, man.
Look, that's why I love it. Like, he'll say what he feels, feel what he says. Yeah, it's sick.
For a while, you were dressing, I'd say, a little bit Canadian. You know, you had the tall tee with the matching New Era. We loved that up here in Canada in the early 2000s.
Was I?
That's what I heard, man.
You heard
there
that?
had to have been some inspiration. Who was the inspiration behind that for you?
So I've never. That's partially true. I think that in 2001, 2002, that era. But fuck yeah, 2003 and 4, all the way. My whole 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Let's say.
That sounds about right.
Every kid in LA was like, again, if you weren't like a punk Baker looking kid, that's how you dressed. Like, it wasn't like we wanted to look like Paul Rodriguez and Robbie McKinley. Like those were like the locals, and like Robbie never was too G'd out with his gear, but he wore like a big white t-shirt and some DC Mantecas and some DC jeans.
He was always super clean.
Look super clean, and we just wanted to look like Robbie and Paul Rodriguez, basically. Like, dude, I think maybe once I went to Foot Locker and got a white tee that had the little sticker at the bottom that said like
the
×1. And I think my older brothers just fucking roasted me to no end, and I probably wore it once. Like, I remember I pierced my ear on the Venice boardwalk, and I fucking got home, and my dad just goes, "Take that out of your fucking ear," and I just took it out and never wore it again. But like, yeah, back then, man, I feel like everybody was rocking that gear, and like, of course, you know, Beeble, all those guys, like, they just looked sick, dude. I love all that shit. I feel like if you're like tall, you can pull off more shit. If you're a little bit taller, if you're like 6 and above, 6'0" and above, you can pull off certain things, like whether that's like skinny jeans or fucking baggy clothes. When you're shorter or smaller and you wear really baggy shit, you look even smaller. It's like, it's not as cool. Yeah.
Grant looked cool as fuck though, and he was tiny, man.
He did, and I mean, look, man, talk about someone.
It's because he was nollie flipping off of fucking buildings and shit. That probably helped a little bit. Wasn't like struggling to backtail like me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, he was doing it different.
Pretty easy to look cool in a 411 opener.
Exactly. You know? Yeah, true.
So what's next for Mike Gigliotti, man?
So right now, I'm just just continuously doing stuff with Baker. Continuously doing stuff with Anti-Hero. I don't know when this podcast comes out, but not for a while, but like doing like a cool, working with Julian and Cardiel on a Vans, like maybe some Anti-Hero Vans stuff.
Sick.
Which I'm super excited about. I feel like every time Anti-Hero's done something with Vans, it's always been awesome. So doing some illustration there and just try to skate as much as possible and fucking I've been making a lot of pottery, doing a lot of that, just kind of stay the course. Yeah, no massive plans other than staying the course.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week we're honored to be brought to you by Anti-Hero Skateboards. New series, I Farted in Yoga, by today's guest, Mike Gigliotti. Anti-Hero Skateboards, eating beans and doing yoga. I Farted in Yoga series by Mike G, wafting into skate shops near you soon. All right, man. Before we get you out of here, we got to get a little rapid fire popping, man. You ready?
Oh, yeah. I've been ready for this my whole life, dude. No, but honestly, I've listened to the Bunt for so long, and like, you know, you're always like, I defy anybody to say that when they listen to your podcast and they're hearing these people answer these questions, they're not thinking in their head like, what would I say? So I've definitely definitely played that game a lot. So yeah, stoked. Let's do it.
Yeah, the funny part was when we went on the 9 Club and then they fucking rapid fired us and I froze because I couldn't even think of my own shit.
Edit this afterwards, right? Because it's gonna take me a while. The table's never been turned on him, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm hyped to hear your answers then. Favorite skater?
Right now, Diego Todd, but all-time favorite skater, Julian Stranger.
Hell yeah. Favorite video?
There's a lot. The different eras of my life. Baker 2G, the House vid, if you've ever seen that. Cash Money Vagrant, Modus, but maybe Baker 2G of like the one I watched the most and biggest influence and all that. Yeah, Baker 2G.
Hell yeah. Favorite video part?
There's a couple, Greco and Baker 2G.
Dude.
Timeless, unbelievable part. Fucking Jake Johnson in Minefield. I got to see some of those tricks go down in person. I skated a lot with the Jake and this kid Brengar at that time period. That video part like makes me straight emotional. Like like the song, the footage, Bill filming a lot of that stuff, making it look so sick. Jake, Jake in Minefield might, and Andrew Allen prevent this tragedy, but let's go with Jake. Jake Minefield.
Hell yeah. Love that. Favorite style?
Gotta be Julian Stranger.
Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
Oof. I don't want to insult these people by saying that, but like Sammy Baptista.
Sick.
Yeah, Sammy and Robbie McKinley. I mean, Sammy was the first video I saw or skater I saw of a young kid doing switch crooked grinds and switchback side tail slides on ledges and switchback tail shove and like stylish, good trick selection. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So yeah, Sammy, and then later in life, I would say Andrew Allen and like Van Wastel.
Oh hell yeah,
right there.
Most talented skateboarder on planet Earth
That I've seen in person, Jacopo Carosi, man. That dude can do anything he wants. Like it's remarkable.
I can't imagine. Favorite trick?
Back tail. You know, I heard Blondie on here be like knocking a back tail. I'm like, I get it. Like you say what you want, but like Blondie, here's a story for Blondie. Not that he's going to listen to me talk, but like I remember before I could backtail reading a skateboarder magazine where Mark Gonzalez, who's one of Blondie's favorite dudes ever, says in it, if you can backtail, you know what's up. Like that's a stylish, good trick. And that means you know how to skate and you know how to skateboard. Blondie kind of says that. He does say like that backtail is like the mark of a good skater or that they know what they're doing. But when I read that, I couldn't backtail, you know, I was like 8th grade maybe. And I went to the courthouse and just like learned backtail. And then that's been a trick. Yeah, I love a good backtail. Can't beat it.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
I still remember my first one on a curb. I felt like I leveled up as a skater.
For sure. You did. You absolutely did.
Hardest trick for you?
Hardest that I'm like embarrassed that I can't do them, switch flips. Yeah, that's another trick that I think is like the mark of like a pretty good skateboarder. And like, dude, nollie backside flips once in a while. I've landed some nollie flips and switch flips, but like maybe one. I can't do that trick. It's embarrassing. Yeah.
Most illegal trick?
Fuck, you know, I heard someone once say there's no illegal tricks, just illegal skaters. And I kind of think that's kind of true. Like,
I like that.
Meaning like there's, like a very classic, like illegal trick would be like a nollie big spin, right? But like you watch Antoine do it down a stair set and fucking it's not illegal at all. No slide 270s, Mark Johnson and Antoine. Like, so it's some skaters can make shit look really gross. I mean, I'd say maybe a dolphin flip, that's like the forward flip one. That's a hard one to make look good. Like no matter who's doing them, but if someone does one, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen Chandler Burton do
made him look cool.
Yeah, there you go. But if Chandler Burton, like you see Chandler do a dolphin flip down some shit, and you're like, that was sick, you know? So
yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah. Good
point. What's the favorite clip you've ever gotten?
Maybe that hard flip down the Lake Street double set. Or I did at a downtown LA on this like loading dock ledge. I did a back 180 fakie 5-0 shove it. Back 180 fakie 5-0s, you know, I was like, that's in my head. I'm like, oh, that's like Gino or fucking Tony Ferguson. Like that's a classic, like sick trick. So yeah, one of those two.
Sick. Which way did you shove?
Like a shove it, like in front of me, because the edge, I did it in the middle of a ledge, not at the end.
Oh, sick.
Ooh, fuck. If I did it the other way, that would be G.
I mean, that's G either way. Just curious.
Yeah.
What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
I don't know. I don't really. The thing is, like, it's lame in a sense that when you look back and I have like a puka shell necklace on and bleached hair and like a shorties t-shirt, like, yeah, like that's
sick. Jesse Sylvie.
Yeah, that's kind of lame. But like, if you think about it, I'm in the 7th, 8th grade. I want to look like Aaron Snyder or Jesse Sylvie. I think it's cool to try things. I think it's lame to like. Unless that's your shit. You know, I've always been jealous of like my friends they just wear all black every day. I'm like, that's cool if they really like it. Like respect. You don't have to think about it. But like, dude, I'd be lying to myself if I was to say that's me. You know, I tried so much lame shit, or not lame, however you want to make it.
No, it ain't lame at all, dude.
I think maybe a lame thing I've done for sure is riding product that sucked, but I thought it looked cool. You know, like wearing certain shoes that just fucking hurt, and I'm like not having fun, and I'm in pain, but I'm like, but they look tight. Like that's that's stupid, especially as you get older. The amount of energy you can put into a session, dude, you want to feel good, you know? So I'd say just wearing some fucked up shit that wasn't functional. Yeah.
What shoes are those?
I'm not even thinking of anything like that recent, but like in high school, I remember skating old schools and eras and being like, these are good. Like I feel my board, but they have some padding. I felt great in them. And then I remember I wanted to look cool. And so I wore some like jacked up DVSs or something and rolled my shit. But I wanted to, they looked, the Kerry Getz shoe looked cool, but they were
very
fucking
different than the
good.
Vans.
They just functionally, they were all fashion, no function.
It's funny saying that in 2026, that like a DVS shoe was like the steezy shoe back then.
For sure. Dude, you were getting chicks if you wore Lacai's or DVS. I don't know if that happens today yet. If you're a grown man wearing DVSs today, you're in trouble.
Oh, shit. What's the gnarliest trick you've ever witnessed?
You know, I saw Jake Johnson switch flip back nose grind the pyramid ledge.
Wow.
In New York. And that was like Jake in his prime filming for Minefield. That ledge is scary, dude. There's so many factors. The run up, like the little grate beforehand, there's a little jagged fence on the left. All of it's scary. And to see him do that trick at that time, Jake Johnson.
Sick. Yeah, that was nuts. What's the one trick that got away?
There's this little bank to curb that Andrew Allen and Greco has skated a bunch. It was behind some law office. This spot's gone now. And I was trying backside flip fakie 5-0 and then back into the bank. And I was getting into it and I was like, but dude, Beagle, it was the first time Beagle was ever like, yeah, Mike, like I'll film you. And I was so nervous. Like, and like he had his green and yellow camera out. And I was like, dude, I don't want to fucking hit this dude's camera. And like Beagle and fucking Reynolds are there. And like I did a crummy version of it. I didn't do it. I did it, but it was like a backside flip fakie 5-0 was the goal, and it kind of went backside flip fakie shitty feeble kind of. And then the spot got destroyed, and so not happening. I have to find somewhere else to try that.
Damn, shit, that sounds like a dope one. What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
You know what? That hard flip I did down the doubles. Does this count as a bunt? That hard flip I did down the double set. I said I did it before I didn't.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Like.
Holy fuck! Jesus Christ! I didn't think that was coming.
I'm gonna force Alex to listen to this. Alex is never the dude that's gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, you got that." Like, he's never going to encourage you. He's not, him and Jesse Alba, they are not easily impressed. I remember telling Alex that he should come skating with us and I'm going to skate this double set. And we never went to the double set that night. And he has no faith in me. And like, to be fair to Alex, he's never seen me hard flip anything other than flat ground before. So why would he believe that I did it? So I was just pissed that he didn't believe that I did it. that he wouldn't have faith in me. So I told him, I fucking did it. And then we went there that night. There's 2 cameras set up and Furby's on this session, and just Furby annihilated the double set. Like, name a flip trick, he did it very easily. And I kept claiming like, I'm going to do a hard flip. Like, and so I think that's the only reason Furby didn't hard flip it. He's like, I'll let this dude like have that. And I knew I lied already. I was going to either have to tell Alex I lied or like the footage just got fucked up or something. So I fucking was like, I actually have to do this. And I ollied it. And then I flipped the board and I actually got close to landing on it. And I was like, oh shit, wait, I actually could do this. And then I had one of those, honestly, only like maybe 3 tries. I had one of those blackout moments. I fucking hard flipped it, wearing some eye paths and a fucking Guy Mariano girl board. It was sick, dude.
That's
and my
incredible.
friends went nuts. I haven't had many times skateboarding where my friends were like, oh shit. Like that was the moment my friends, again, I don't do shit like that. It's like, it's so out of left field. So my friends went fucking crazy and like hugged me, and we went to a big party that night. It was sick, dude. But yeah, that's a bunt in a way.
No, that's fucking
Huge.
awesome.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah. I'm glad you backed it up, and Life Hammer.
Yeah, I had to back it up. Yep.
What's the last new trick you learned?
You know what? A trick I learned recently that I could never do before was just like a feeble grind, just like a backside feeble. I don't know why that, as a kid, I could never do them when everyone was feebling flat bars and stuff. But yeah, just learned a feeble not that long ago. That was pretty tight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dream job after skating.
I like working with special needs kids. My aunt runs a camp called Painted Turtle, and it's for special needs kids. And I always thought like I'm good at that stuff. I have some experience there. I also last year I went to EMT school, and I got my EMT license, and I got a job on an ambulance for a little bit, and I did that. And I liked that a lot. I felt like I was pretty good at it. So maybe somehow I don't know if I'd want to be an EMT full time, but yeah, work in like healthcare in one way or another.
That'd be wicked, man.
Wicked.
Yeah, be cool.
Do it up. Favorite local brand?
It's called Core Lords. It's my buddy Justin. Like surfs breakwater down in Venice, a local surf spot. I love everything he makes, and I feel like I've got a lot of faith in it. You know, I feel like could go somewhere, but he just makes cool shit. Yeah.
Sick. Favorite local skater?
I really like he gets anti-hero boards right now. This kid, Finn.
Sick.
Finn Pope. If you haven't heard of Finn yet, I promise you will. Finn, and then, dude, you know who skates Baker? Who I think is so sick is Sludicrous. He's got like big curly hair, rides for DGK.
Yeah.
I think his full name, I think his name is Colin, but everyone knows him as Sludicrous.
Yeah, that dude's fucking butter. Favorite teammate ever?
Alyssa Steamer, coolest person ever.
Sick.
She's always down in the middle of a session just to leave and go get food, and I love that.
That's so sick.
She is fucking awesome. Yeah, Alyssa.
Hell yeah. Worst teammate ever?
There's no one, again, no teammates, but there's no one at Baker Boys or Anti-Hero or any companies I do work with that I don't like. But I want to hear that gunshot fucking thing you guys do, so I want to say somebody. Fucking Wheatley. Let's just say Wheatley. Shit. No, I love Wheatley. Yeah, maybe this will spur him to talk shit on me, and we can start something with there.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, we just got to get him on every season. He's always got something to say. I love it.
Yeah.
Worst company?
Asphalt Yacht Club. Is that still around?
No, but they were fucking epic, dude. We've been getting so many stories about them. Like back in their heyday recently, and they're crazy.
Maybe it was cool. I don't know. I remember just seeing that, being like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, the clothes were not cool, but I think the team liked it, and they did some fucking epic shit.
They had a good deal.
But they were like,
Dude, what about
they had Figgy and like tank tops and shit like that. Like that shit wasn't gonna fly.
Yeah, maybe that or that company Neff. I always thought that. I remember being like, "What the fuck is Neff?" Dude, it was like a company that like
the psycho droopy beanies, man.
Oof, Neff, terrible.
Yeah. Good call. Worst trend?
AI graphics. I've been seeing some AI graphics. That's a bad trend that I hope does not pick up steam. Oh, there's so many, dude. Fucking golf. all these skaters golfing. How about this?
That's awesome.
Golf is
I fucking love that.
Golf's fine. Like, I'm not hating on golf as a sport. People comparing it to skateboarding and being like, dude, it's just like skating. It's like, dude, when you skate, you could skate a curb and you could fucking slam and get bodied. Like, that's not happening when you're golfing. You don't have to pay and reserve a time at a fucking country club and wear certain things to go skate. So the constant comparison, it's like, dude, fucking, you can compare anything to skateboarding at the end of the day. Art, it's just like skating. It's creative. Fucking Muay Thai, it's just like skating. It's just you and you could get hurt. But it's like, nothing's really like it. And golf is damn near nothing like it. So golf and all the collabs, just stop the collabs, dude. You're not helping furthering, people like, fucking man, the industry of skating is suffering right now. It's like, well, dude, fucking marketing golf shit to 14-year-olds, you are not helping. Like, if you think the industry is having a hard time, stop collabing with golfing. It's fucking terrible, dude. Yeah. I have a vendetta against golf because, one, I don't want to see the collabs, but golf has stolen friends. Golf has stolen good friends who are sick people to skateboard with because they're out on a Sunday for 8 hours on a fucking country club thing. It's an 8-hour event. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I kind of love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I mean, I got love for golf. We'll leave it there, though.
Just keep them separate. Yeah. I made a sticker a while ago that said like church and state. It said golf and skate. Keep them separate. And like some people were, I mean, it did. But like some people were like, that's fucking lame and got pissed. I'm like, dude, it's just a joke. Go play golf all day. I don't care.
You can't joke.
Like, stop talking to me about it. Yeah.
Fair. Worst style.
Oof, dude, I'm no one to talk, man. I just fake style maybe. Just fake, like phony style is bad. Like, and it's
now give
obvious,
us an example of that.
Yeah, there was this kid, Chris, who skated the courthouse a bunch, who would like land a crooked grind or something and like a delayed fucking 0.5 seconds later, like do the winning. And I'm like, bro, you stop. It just looks bad. Yeah. If you have bad style or people deem you have bad style, but it's natural and you're out skateboarding, who cares? I've, especially in my world of like, I'm not a pro, like a lot of my friends were not pro. Like, you're just rooting for them to just like get out there and have fun.
For sure. Man, I literally put a beanie on with the extra like bit at the top and fake yollie to 10 stair because Antoine had that fake yollie down the 14 in his part. And I tried to keep my arms like this.
Yeah, impossible. It's actually so hard to do too.
Yeah. Okay. Last but not least, man, who's the last person you want on the sesh?
Dude, Andrew Allen said to me, who are you going to say if they ask, because he's listened to your podcast, he's like, last person you want on the sesh. I'm like, there's nobody I genuinely don't want on the sesh. Like, I could think of like people, I don't like people freaking out. People breaking boards and throwing their boards. That and like lack of etiquette, playing music at a street spot. I hate that. I hate when people bring a boombox to like a leg spot. I'm like, dude, if we're at Baker or we're at a skate park, do it. But don't play your shitty fucking music. It's like you got to treat street skateboarding like you're in like your version of nature. Like, stop. Don't litter. Don't play your shitty music. But he's like, no, Andrew's like, no, you can't. So I'm like, all right, last person I want on the sesh, Grant Taylor.
What the fuck?
Because he's so good, you're not going to skate.
You took the safe route.
Yeah, I took the safe route.
We were going somewhere crazy.
At 39 years old, I'm not trying to paint some picture that I'm like some greasy old man, but like my days of feeling good are limited. And if you are on the session with Grant Taylor, you're going to sit down, you're going to watch him skate. There's nothing in the world like it. You're not skating. It's over for you.
But yo, thank you.
Yeah, you killed it, man. Thanks a lot.
Fucking
thank
catch
you guys
soon,
so
brother.
much.
You've got mail.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickie's Skateboarding. quality workwear since 1922. From the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickies, man. All right, Ghost, we back. Who we got up first?
All right, first up, we got a voice note from Will Stowe. Let's take a listen.
What's good, Bunt Gang? Will from Melbourne, Australia here, representing the Aussies. Yeah, I just want to say love your boys' podcast, the best in the biz. Especially love the Australian potties, the interviews with Pavey, O'Neill, O'Grady, Haley. Those guys. Would fucking love to see you guys interview Rowan Davis. It's definitely one of my goats. Just in love with the dude's style and growing up watching him. And yeah, just an absolute legend. Would love to see that episode. But on the other hand, I would like to ask you boys, what is your top 5 GOAT Australian skateboarders? I know you guys love it down here, so would just love to hear your top 5 GOATs. You get me still.
Jeez. Oh, Bunt flavor at the end.
Do you want to do 5 each or combo 5?
Let's just go. Yeah, let's just hit a couple, maybe 3 each. I think's good enough. This is just so hard. It's just ever changing, you know? Like, but.
Okay, I got my 3.
Oh,
and
fuck.
I could drop 5 after. Okay, I'm going Chima Ferguson.
Yeah.
Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. I think they did the real, was it 20 years, like compilation, like just, it's insane that he still jumps like that after all these years. Great style, one. Great trick selection, great everything. Knows how to put a part together. 2, I'm gonna go Dustin Dolan.
Holy shit!
You know, childhood till now, like just a legend. You know what I'm saying? Baker 3, Baker 2G, all that good stuff. Volcom videos, fucking dude. The randomly dropped a crazy last part later in his career in the shake jump video, which was not expecting to be so heavy. All timer. And then I'm gonna go with Shane Cross, one of my favorites at the time and legend. Wow. Rest in peace. I'll go. That's my big 3 from Australia.
That's an unreal big 3. Shane O'Neill, friend of the pod, legend, obviously. Don't even need to say much about him. Nick Basario, another great friend of the pod. Switch game on point. Gotta respect Nick's switch game. And then third one, shit. I think I gotta go with someone a little. Oh, let's go Riley Pavey, man. One of my favorite skaters now. So mix in the new and the old.
Okay, and I gotta hit. I'm gonna hit my 4th one. I gotta go Jack O'Grady. You know, that's one of my favorites. So good to see him back on the board after another knee situation. So stay healthy, my G. I can't wait for your next part.
What did he just? He just drop a passport ad.
Yeah, it looked like 50, a big old 50. Yeah, vintage.
Fucking good form. Good form.
Let me give my 5th. Let me just give a 5th just because, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with my main man, Anthony Mapstone, in the building. I just watched his part. I just watched his passport part like last week again because I love it. And love that too.
Is Kale Nusk Australian?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Damn,
throw him
I
in there
forgot.
too.
Kale Nusk.
Because for childhood, that style he was moving different, man. Back when we were younger.
Dennis Durant too, man. We keep going. Matt Mumford, too many. Jake Duncombe.
But Kale was like a really strong influence for not a short period of time, but like the influence was there. Yeah, we could keep going.
Pull up on the pod, man.
That's good.
Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, come on, Kale. Is there anyone in there that we haven't had? Obviously, Dustin and Mumford. But the good ties between the Bunt and Australia, I find.
Mm-hmm. Jake Duncombe.
Okay.
Get him on one day.
Yeah. Next up, we have an email from Kenny R. Favorite sports fight of all time. Had to add mine. Amir Garrett charging the entire Pittsburgh Pirates dugout is an instant classic. I think that's the Cincinnati or St. Louis pitcher, which was pretty badass. But yeah, favorite sports fight of all time. Dude, it's hard to pick like a favorite, like especially growing up watching the Leafs with Ty Domi. He was fucking fighting everyone.
Yo, I'm so dumb. I read that
like,
as a question for you, like a boxing question. I didn't think it was like,
oh, no, I think it's just like any sport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some legendary basketball fights. There's a sick one where Jose Bautista got knocked out by Rougned Odor. But I think like my favorite moment must have been, it's recent, so obviously a little biased, but in the Four Nations last year when the US and Canada played and they started the game with 3 straight fights. That was pretty fucking epic. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go with that.
That's a good one. I'm going to go with, because I'm blanking on an actual fight right now. This wasn't a fight, but it was an attempt at a fight. I got to go with Isaiah Stewart, a.k.a. Beef Stew, chasing LeBron around the whole gym, looking like a running back. That's just such a classic. I just love that it was LeBron, too. He didn't give a fuck. He was seeing red, literally had blood coming down and shit. Fucking epic.
That could go down as like a top 5 sports nickname of all time. And the best part about him is now he's like, I mean, I don't know if he wasn't before, but like he's a big part of the team now. Like he's playing a prominent role. Like they need him there. And they've pretty much like taken on his character where he's like, they're a tough team to play against. They don't mind mixing it up. And then I got to shout out Myles Garrett when he tried to hit homie in the head with the helmet. That was one of those where he just like stopped thinking, you know? So fighting in sports is crazy. Dude, what was that guy's name? He's annoying.
I'm a Steelers fan, everywhere. I should remember, but I can't stand him.
But this just made me think
quarterback.
The Buffalo Sabres have been so bad for so long, and now they're finally getting good. And last night they played against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are first place in the Atlantic. And if the Sabres won, they would take over first place. Dude, 15 goals in this game, an 8-7 game, and I swear to God there was 20 fights. There was more fighting than like playing at one point. And the Buffalo Sabres ended up winning and taking over first place, which is so crazy. So shout out Buffalo, the Buffalo Sabres, man. The Tampa Bay tried to test y'all and see if you could hang, and they passed the test.
That's sick. Speaking of beef stew real quick, I saw a hilarious moment that happened recently. Jaylen Brown trolled the hell out of him. There's like a video of a beef stew getting into it with someone, and then like he just goes like this in his face as they get separated, and it's just like so weird. Like, you know, when you're like a kid, he just holds it, and then he like kind of like did something. Him and JB got into it on a rebound, and he kind of threw JB off. And then as he's walking away, JB goes like this to him, and like just clearly like mocking him so hard. And then he looks so like perplexed, and he's just like, your hairline's fake as hell or something. It was just so gold. Just type in beef stew Jaylen Brown. It's fucking hilarious.
I love that.
All right. Next up, we got an email from Braden James. Hey fellas, you always ask dream job after skating. In your opinion, who has had the most interesting career arc outside of skating? Such as Arto Photo, Brzezinski UPS, Guerrero Music. Love the pod, thanks.
Dude,
that's
really
a great
cool
question.
Yeah.
Fuck, this is hard to think of on the fly.
Kyle Walker could be on his way.
Yeah, what did he post the other day?
Yeah. Payment processor.
Right.
There's another guy that just dropped his thing. John Gardner, I think. Is that a skater? Jan Gardner? He's becoming like a social therapist or something like that. He just dropped a special on it.
I saw Nick Jensen's painting artist these days.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope. Fuck. I hate these ones because it's a great question.
I know.
Hard to think of on the spot.
Why don't we read these? Shoot.
Damn. Oh,
anyone in TV or acting?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, shout out to our boy, Rob Sluggo Boy's stunt man. So fucking cool.
Nice.
Nothing's trippier than seeing like someone you've like seen in videos as a kid growing up, and then you're watching one of your favorite shows, Fargo, and then Sluggo just pulls up with a machine gun and gets blown up. Like, he's a legend. I love that career arc.
That is a really cool one. Yeah, Sluggo. Very nice. All right, next up, we have an email from Lukewarm. Hey guys, big fan of the pod and cannot wait for the next Bunt Jam. Hoping to book flights to Toronto soon so I can book time off work. Do you guys have dates planned for the jam? Thanks, guys. Hope to see you soon. Is it time? Pull back the curtain on the Bunt Jam.
The unofficial official announcement. Do it.
This is for pod listeners only. You know, they get like a little nugget because they're the real listeners. They don't need to wait for the flyer to be spammed. But yeah, we are back this summer, bringing the Bunt Jam back to where it rightfully belongs. Toronto, Ontario. New venue. Some new little things we're going to add, but still a 2-day event, August 28th and 29th, the most important weekend of the summer. We back in T-Dot, man.
Cannot wait. Basketball tournament locked in. You know what I'm saying? A full day of skate fun. The new location is going to be fucking awesome. If you're not from here, just a great view of the city and all that fun stuff. But yeah, really excited to run it back. Last year, we're devastated to not have one. So book your time off work. You know what I'm saying? Get them flights popping, all that good stuff. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Okay. Next email from Tad Nugent. Bonjour, lads. Word on the street is that Dono and Cody are watching Heated Rivalry together. Once a hockey fan, always a hockey fan. If you guys were to edit a skate part of yours to a movie score / soundtrack, what would you pick? Also, if you haven't already answered on a previous pod, what are your top 2 or 3 favorite films? Cheers.
Dude, what
are the rumors true?
Who the fuck is this, man? This is you. Or someone we know.
Me?
That's cool.
Does that seem like something I would take my time to write?
Nah, you wouldn't have. You would just text that to me. One of the homies not willing to stand behind their own shit talk. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I get it.
Have you watched it?
No. Did you?
Yeah. No, I keep meaning to. I will one day. I have a friend who's in it, so I gotta watch it. Support the homie.
Oh, wicked!
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Movie score, soundtrack that you would pick to skate to. These are 2 really hard questions, man. Like, and then top 2 or 3 favorite films. What the fuck, man?
We might need to start doing like a 20-minute pre-meeting before the post office because some of these questions are too hard on the spot.
Or like have somebody manage the post office inbox and send us the ones we're going to do.
Yeah.
Can we hire an assistant? Is there anybody else, an intern out there that wants to help us with the post office? That would be wicked. If you're in school looking for the most meaningless internship of all time, hit us up.
Meaningful.
Okay. Going through our inbox is an interesting, meaningful job.
I'm going to drop a movie because recency bias. I just rewatched The Matrix, which is still a classic. Such a fun watch. Go with that. Damn. Why is it so hard? Oh, I can never, if I start watching, I've got my three. They're not necessarily my favorite, but The Matrix is great. And then if I ever watch, multiple times in my life, I've said like, I'm going to watch the opening scene and then turn it off. And I always just watch the whole thing. It's Terminator 2. I'm like, the bar scene, you know, he goes in naked, gets the fucking clothes. I'm like, I can never turn it off. It's just so fun. And then Mad Max, Fury Road, fucking so fucking
the
hard
newer
to
one?
turn it off. No, yeah, the newer one, but not the second, not Furiosa, like the first one.
Yeah.
So that's my three.
I'll say the Jason Bournes, all of them. Love those.
So good.
Obviously. Must watch all of them. The Rockies. Love to watch those. They're always on TV around Christmas time. They're always slapping. That's two. And then my favorite movie of all time. Maybe not my favorite. But The Talented Mr. Ripley is an epic movie. I'll say that one.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
And then
the soundtrack
I don't really have
part's
a soundtrack. I don't think
hard.
So fucking hard, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
If
real
we
shit,
think
I
of
grew
one,
up on
we'll
the
drop
Mighty
it
Ducks.
next week.
And I'm raising my son on the Mighty Ducks now too. So
Let's
shout
go.
out to Gordon Bombay. Okay. Next up, we've got an email, and last up from Nathan Gott. Hi, dear Bunt Lords. I only listen to 2 podcasts religiously. Yours and This Is Important by the Workaholic Dudes. I saw on the gram that Seifa was aboard the cruise they held in February, I guess through Atiba and Akko. So please do tell us about this cruise, and if you'll ever do the same cash grab by hosting the Bunt cruise one day. Love from Paris.
Okay, first off, I gotta say, not a cash grab. Like, if every single person on the cruise has the time of their life, then it's good for everyone.
It's
right?
worth the
Like,
money.
Yeah, like I feel like cash grab has a negative connotation, where you're just like ripping people off to make some money real quick. That was not the vibe I got, and I met hundreds of people on that boat, and everyone was just like having a blast. Okay, I'll give the quick rundown. Flew down to Tampa at night, watched PSL on the flight. Very entertaining. And then first thing in the morning, we went down to the boat, and yeah, Akko and Atiba like are really good friends with Blake, Anders, and Adam. So like, you know, best friend level type shit. So Atiba and Akko were DJing, and they had an extra room that they could bless me with. So Atiba was like, get your flight, come down. I got the rest, and yeah, fucking hopped on there. I had no idea what to expect. I've never been on a cruise. I thought it was going to be a couple hundred people in a smaller boat, but it was one of those giant boats. It had 14 floors. It had like a full stage, like indoor stage theater set up, probably like 500-600 people sitting, fucking basketball court, fucking like at least 20 bars, multiple restaurants, swimming pools, hot tubs all over the place. It was fucking insane. And then like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people on there that were just huge fans of the This Is Important podcast. So it was just pure good vibes. I didn't know what I was walking into, but it was like the craziest 4 days ever. 2 days went to Mexico, 2 days back to Tampa, and I don't think the Bunt's big enough to pull that off. But if we ever could, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, it was just, I can't imagine how insane. I guess it would be like a fucking Bunt jam. Imagine like a Bunt jam, but it's 4 days on a boat. Yeah. Like, it would just be insane. But on top of it, it's like they're in a different situation because they're friends with all these other, you know, musicians and comedians and stuff. So every night there was amazing stand-up, like Bobby Lee and all these people. Like,
No
Like
way.
every day, the schedule was so jam packed that I couldn't do everything. And sometimes you're hungover and you miss. Like they did 2 live podcasts. They did like there was a twerking contest. Oh, there was a casino on the fucking ship open all the damn time. Like 1 24-hour bar.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what we would do to like, because it can't be just them all the time, right? So there's just constantly different things to do, whether it's stand up or a pickleball tournament or fucking there was a belly flopping contest. There's fucking just so much shit every day. So I don't know how we would do that. We would definitely do some sort of random skater evening contest with people.
Yeah.
Get some basketball activities going.
Style stuff.
Yeah, we could figure it out, but I think we need to like 10x at least our listenership before we consider a cruise. But I would definitely do it. And shout out to the boys. That was fucking crazy. I'm just feeling normal. Like today, I can officially say I feel normal, which is nice. Them sea legs are real.
Glad to have you back finally.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up the post office for this week. Get your emails, voice notes, video notes. Get it all into the buntlive@gmail.com. This is the rundown, the Skateboard World source for sports. And what a day we have for you. NFL free agency has finally kicked off. Some big names making some big switches. We're going to start with the Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, a.k.a. K9, headed to Kansas City, looking to help out a struggling franchise that missed the playoffs last year. Huge signing. And I think it's a perfect fit.
Yeah, they've managed to win fucking 3 Super Bowls and never have like a standout running back. They got rid of... I kind of feel bad for Kareem Hunt. They won right after he left, and then they lost right when he got back. Got smoked in the Super Bowl. But yeah, it's huge, man. As someone who's been a big fan of the Chiefs over the years, it's always frustrated me. The biggest frustration was when they took Clyde Edwards-Helaire over Jonathan Taylor. So I'm happy they finally got their back. And I know he just had the Cinderella year, but he has been very frustrating and he does get hurt quite a bit. So I'm hoping for the Chiefs that K9 pulls up healthy and ready to dominate, because he looked like a different beast in the playoffs, man. That was a really cool run.
Yeah, he was ready to go. Zach Charbonnet left alone in the backfield in Seattle. Probably draft someone, maybe pick someone else up, but for now, the job's all his. Not the most shocking signing, but the dollar amount is a little alarming. Alec Pierce, 4 years, $116 million to stay in Indianapolis, and then immediately Indy turns around and trades Michael Pittman to your Pittsburgh Steelers. If you were a GM, who would you rather have, Pittman or Pierce?
That's a great question. I feel like Pittman's always shown flashes, and he's never... I don't know, man. He's kind of like a tease. Like, as soon as you buy in, he'll have like a 20-yard week, you know? Whereas Pierce, he really showed us something this year. I think we were used to him the last few years just being a big play threat with the Anthony Richardson experiment, who he can't throw short for some reason, only throws bombs. We're like, okay, Pierce is flashing. And then had some consistency at quarterback this last year. And I was like, oh, okay, this guy's got more game than we thought. I think that's a good question. I'll go with the upside of Pierce, because we've kind of seen Pittman.
As a number
I'll
one
take a gamble on. Yeah. I like it.
Just a lot of money. Shocking dollar amount. And there was rumors that the Patriots were willing to pay him that as well. So he was going to get a payday one way or another, but he chooses to stay in Indy where the quarterback situation is what it is what we'll call it. Isaiah Likely leaves Baltimore, heads to New York. The New York Giants stock continues to rise. A nice big piece getting a play catcher at tight end.
Yeah, y'all know I'm all in, or I don't know if y'all know, but I think I mentioned I'm all in on the Giants for the next little bit, having Jackson Dart as my keeper in our main fantasy league. So, yeah, I another guy who's flashed a bunch, but of course had Mark Andrews, the man in Baltimore. So now he gets to go shine on a new team. But they did have, I'm blanking on who their tight end was, but he was pretty good. And he had a great connection with Dart, the current.
Yeah, but there's always room for two.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it. If you bring me all the pass catchers, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Yeah, sticking
with Baltimore for 1 sec, they make a massive splash. They go out and get Max Crosby. Not as big of a haul as the Cowboys got for Parsons, but obviously Max not as good as Parsons. How good is Max Crosby? He's been the best defensive player on a team that plays more defense than anything. Now he's going to a team filled with superstars at every level. Is he still going to be one of the best players on Baltimore?
I think so, and I hope so. That franchise, just so many gut-wrenching losses, man. Like losing this past year, and was that week 18? Their week 18 loss to fucking the Steelers, which was just... It was just, even though, yeah, of course, I'm rooting for the Steelers overall, but I kind of wanted us to suck this year, like I've said many times. So I think it would have been a much funner game had Baltimore played against the Texans. So that was just interesting. But I'm excited. Hopefully he has gas in the tank. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than trading for a superstar, giving up 2 firsts for someone who you don't know it yet, but they're just about to hit the decline. But hopefully that's not the case. I love the signing. That defense was a fucking joke last year.
Yeah, huge. Getting Max Crosby over there. Travis Etienne leaves Jacksonville when Jacksonville is finally on the rise. An interesting choice for him to leave. Obviously, you never know what NFL teams are offering the players in their own building. A lot of the times they have to leave to get paid. But yeah, he chooses to leave a team on the rise to go to potentially the worst team in the league, or one of them at least. The New Orleans Saints, 4 years, $52 million. He got a bag. 2 things. Would you make this move if you were Etienne? And then what does this mean for Kamara? He's either leaving or he's retiring, right? He's not going to stay there and share this backfield. That would be just an awful move for New Orleans.
I mean, Kamara's been on the decline for like probably 2 or 3 seasons now. So everything you hear about him is that he's super loyal, and I think he wants to be there his whole career. So maybe he takes a lesser role. Who knows? But I think the Saints are sneaky. Like they were sneaky good to end the year. Tyler Shuck really came out of nowhere and kind of proved himself back half of the year, and I like it. I think. Devin Neal, I think, was like their lead guy to end the year. Fucking Kamara's dust. It's a step in the right direction. But I got 2 words for you.
No, don't say it.
Bashal Tutin. Let's fucking go, Brad.
But like, why would he leave that team? I mean, it's obviously about the money. It's always about the money with running backs. They never get their bag at home. They got to go find it somewhere else. But I hope Tootin works out, because I really enjoy the rise of the Prince who was promised. But it's nice having Etienne there with them, man. They came in together. They keep rolling together. But the dream's over. Moving on. In a 2-part move, the Miami Dolphins release Tua Tagovailoa, or whatever the fuck it is. And in the same breath, sign Malik Willis, the crown jewel of free agent quarterbacks. Him and Kyler. People wanted Malik Willis more than Kyler. So It's like a 90-something million dollar cap hit for the 2 years left on Tua's contract. So about $45 million. Mm-hmm. They go inside Malik Willis for 3 years, $67.5 million. So we'll call that 20-something million a year. So essentially they're paying Malik Willis $60-something million a year to be the quarterback. We've seen flashes of brilliance. But is he a bona fide starter? And is he a top 15 quarterback in the NFL for the Miami Dolphins, who have Devon Achane, they have Jalen Waddle, they have pieces? Can Malik Willis, can he do it?
That's one of the craziest ones that it's so hard to judge because I never really saw it. And then all of a sudden he was like the hottest commodity last year. He came in for Jordan Love a couple times and played well. Mm-hmm. But before last year, I was just like, Malik Willis is he's just a guy.
Where was he before last year?
Special.
Was he on Baltimore?
I can't remember. Didn't he get drafted by the Titans?
Fuck.
I want to say he was with the Titans. Right. And I feel like when I saw him play there, he was pretty terrible. But I guess, was it just last year was like a magical year? Like that, I actually love those stories though. Like that guy's life just changed in the biggest way possible because Jordan Love missed a few games last year. He started with the Titans?
It's crazy. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, there we go. One sec.
I know he had a shot with the Titans. But he was like one of those guys that they were like, he's so athletic, but he lacks accuracy. And then last year, I remember he came in and like threw 3 touchdowns and just they blew out a team. That
2 years in Tennessee, 2 years in Green Bay. You're right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy I remember just being like a mega freak athlete, but not accurate, like an Anthony Richardson type. But he did fucking show poise and obviously improved his accuracy. So I'm happy for him. I feel bad because the Dolphins are, they're not close to contending. So, and he's got a lot on his plate. But I hope I'm rooting for him.
That's good to know. Your Pittsburgh Steelers lose Kenneth Gainwell, which is probably one of the most devastating fantasy football moves. Massive committee going on down there in Tampa Bay. But you lose Kenneth. What's the plan now? Who's the guy you got? What's his name again?
Bro, I got nothing. I don't even have words for the Steelers right now. We're still like wooing Aaron Rodgers, who's doing his classic off-season shit. Like, oh, they didn't give me a timeline. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, fucking, like, commit or don't. He's so, like, attention hungry in the off-season. It drives
Pittsburgh
me crazy.
Should be praying that he turns down whatever deal they have lined up for him. Sticking with Tampa Bay, Mike Evans finally leaves Tampa Bay. 3 years, $60 million to the San Francisco 49ers. I was hoping he was going to Buffalo, but he lands in SF. They've had some great wide receivers over the years, man. And, they get another one. Hall of Famer. Has he got 3 years left in him?
I don't think so, but you know how they just make those deals pop. I could see him playing for 2 max. But, I'm huge Mike Evans fan. Insanely beast career, blah, blah, blah. I'm just bummed he went to one of the teams I hate the most. So I can't really root for him next year. But it's cool. It's cool. Do your thing.
Yeah. There are a ton of big name free agents left. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson, Kyler Murray's out there. Romeo Dobbs. Who else we got? Juwan Jennings available. He had a good year. Rashid Shaheed. Stephon Diggs. More dominoes to fall, but NFL free agency. As exciting as and entertaining as we thought, man.
Yeah, I love this shit.
One prediction before we go. Kyler Murray, where do you want him?
I'm not a fan. Where do I want him? I want him to just go be irrelevant on the Jets. But it sounds like Minnesota. Minnesota sounds like they want him, which would be actually very interesting. If they could revive his career, QB whisperer over there, I'm sure that would be fun for fantasy.
Dude, if I'm Justin Jefferson, they better bring him in, or I'm asking for a trade. You can't just waste away.
Yeah. But, man, he can't even see over the middle, man.
Is that a short guy
Give me
joke?
like a 6'5" quarterback. Yeah. No, but it's legit. Like, that fool just fucking...
He's got to run.
Just scrambles left or right and fucking, whips balls downfield. Like, you need Jefferson to have a quarterback who can hit him everywhere on the field.
Yeah. Okay, that's wrapping up NFL. Let's finish it up with our bread and butter these days. PSL, the Professional Skateboard League. Mike Moe's brainchild. Another very, very entertaining week. 3 matches, all won by 1 point, man. The Tropics sit in first place, and I don't even think they were very impressive this week, but they still got the job done. And then my Wolverines, who have stopped using the bench pretty much and relied heavily on their 3 starters of Jocelyn Hager and Christian Jordan. But the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway, Zach is back. He comes through hurt, playing on a hurt ankle. This is real sports stories now, man. These are the storylines we're hoping for. Zach clearly hurt. The switchback heel to save the season. Lithium gets their first win, and they're back in the hunt. Yeah, that was an incredible match. That the back-to-back switchback heels, because I think it was 11-10, if I'm not mistaken, and Los Santos needed a point to tie it up and make things real interesting. Miles falls on a switchback heel barely. 10-9, comes back around, fucking just the most perfect Miles switchback heel. And that's such a hard trick to ride away from. For me, at least, switchback 180 stuff, I always slip out. So when he's trying that, I'm like scared for him. And then I'm like, oh wait, because I wanted it to go to OT. I'm like, yeah, he did that shit down Wallenberg. Like, this is light work. Bolts. And then when Zach dropped in, I'm like, I know he's got one of the best ones in skateboarding too. His last trick in the last part he had down that huge set. I'm like, I know he's got that, but this is high pressure and he's been falling on some nollie heels. Maybe his ankle is not all the way there. The most clean switchback heel of all time. And then, bro, Crazy. That was so dusty. I'm trying to remember, what was the trick? They had to get it back around to Miles. They bunted 2 tricks, got it back around to Miles, and then he goes for the back heel to tie it, misses the flick, and the game was over. But that was one of the best moments so far of the league, was the switchback heel defense. Incredible. That was huge. We are seeing a lot of teams bunting now, as they call it. I don't know how I feel about the name bunting, but yeah, they're passing up on turns, doing easier tricks, yada yada. The Soldiers sitting at 1-2, down 1 point to the Wolverines. Ivan Martinez goes for the nollie big spin. Clearly one of the hardest tricks to land. He had already gotten one out earlier in the inning. He goes for it again, and he's landing on it. Yeah. So, bro, what's your take? Like, just for 1 second, I think Art Cardova's been the MVP of this whole goddamn thing. He's keeping them in matches left, right, and center, especially on defense. You got to put the ball in the playmaker's hands, and Art's the playmaker. No respect to Yvonne. He's skating great, hell of a skater, but such a risky trick. Like, you could have been 2-2. Give Art the ball, man.
That was an absolutely I really felt like I was watching like a sports league, because we have our fantasy app too, which just the way I felt on my couch was like how I feel on a Sunday watching football. It was crazy. It really tripped me out. I'm like, Mike Mo, you really figured something out here. I know it's not for everyone, like the sports aspect of it, but if you are a sports fan like us, then I think it's getting better every week. But that match was particularly frustrating. They go down early quite a bit and then start to chip away in the third and fourth. They finally get it to down one. Evan Martinez falls on a nollie big spin to start the fourth quarter. Then he falls on it again. They've got 2 outs. Fucking, what did Nigel land? He landed something beast to like get them to within 1, or maybe might have been Art. But either way, they get it to, they're down 1. And then I'm like, all right, I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, all right, now Evan's got a bunt. Like, just get it. Do not try the nollie big spin. Do not. I think Clint might have even said it. And then he just drops in nollie. I'm like, yo, no disrespect, but he fell on a 180 in week 1. And I was like, oh, his confidence is done. Like literally bring Sinner in. This is all you see is him landing everything bolts in between fucking games and shit. Like, please bring Sin in. Instead, bro, you got Nyjah, one of the greatest, if not the greatest contest skater of all time, and Art, who's maybe the best skater at this format. And you've already got 2 outs on nollie big spin, and you let your season end with a third fucking attempt. I was so angry. It felt like, you know, when you're watching a sports game and the coach is driving you crazy. I'm like, yo, they needed a coach right there to step in and be like, yo, you're doing an ollie or a switch ollie and getting the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, they lost by 1.
The sport aspect is growing week by week. You know, the strategy, the putting the ball in the best player's hands. I think the Tropics probably have the deepest team. Nice to see, like, Nyjah's really, or iShot's really getting involved now. He's skating, and wicked to see. But one of the most important things that we'll look back on is the draft, obviously, and the players and what order they went in, and utilizing the depth and trying to pick skaters who did tricks a little different than the others, like having that variation, like starting over. You go back to the draft tomorrow. Who is your number 1 pick? All the captains remain the same.
It's gotta be Art, I think, for this format. But actually, you know what? We haven't seen Ginwoo for 2 weeks, so that, because he's got the rail. I might go Ginwoo because he could do 3 rail tricks first try. That's the only, not that Art's
but I just think
can't skate rails, but
some of the most impressive performances are the ones where a team relies on someone to do all the defensive dirty work, and Art's holding that team in there, doing that dirty work on defense, left, right, and center. And you see them when they're talking about it, who's going to do it, and you know, there's no question for them, for the soldiers. Art's playing defense, man.
Oh, it's so funny seeing, like, sometimes these guys can't even catch their breath. Like, Art's doing all the defensive work in the first quarter, when the first quarter is always so entertaining because you're just you're rifling through all the basics and your go-tos. Dufresne, Art, and John 1 of 1 are like probably eye test the 3 best defensive guys that get thrown out the most. But man,
absolutely,
that other matchup was
and
devastating.
Miles. You got to give it to Miles.
Yeah, but their teams rotated guys so much that I feel like the other guys have been there every week. So it's like Miles missed a week, I think, maybe a week or 2. But and their team's so deep, man. Week, Los Santos, yeah, like they can throw out various people on defense, but the other guys are just like, everyone's just chilling up there, stretching. Art's just going back to back to back to back.
I know, it's crazy. All right, let's leave it with one thing. Lithium sitting at 1-3, finally have the starting lineup that they need, but I think Deshaun's not going to be there this week, which is a massive loss.
Oh, shit.
But Mario McCoy, obviously, huge player. Midler had a better week this week. You know, he's getting involved.
Yeah,
I feel like he's the guy keeping the morale up over at Lithium, which is huge. And obviously, Zach's back, another week of healing. Give me a percentage on whether Lithium makes the playoffs or not.
Who are they playing this week? Do you have that already?
No, I do. I can
just need to know
Lithium up against SHS.
Ooh, I think they might have enough to take down SHS. SHS, they're good, but I think they haven't really. Actually, no, Manny fell on his rail tricks, and that was like, if Manny does 3 tricks, that's 3 letters. I saw him doing heel flip front lips, warming up and stuff. Like, no one's really doing that shit. But he fell and they lost by 1. So that's going to be a great matchup. Another week to rest his ankle. I would love to see Lithium win again and like maybe be a Cinderella story and make the playoffs.
Well, Lithium needs SHS to lose and Los Santos to lose. There's going to be a lot of movement in the standings, but I can't wait, man. I'm still a Wolverine. Christian Jordan becoming one of my favorite skaters. Shouts to Wolverines. I got to get there, man. Someone get me there for the finals. I'll get my jersey.
Fuck, let's go, man. I'm hyped. We gotta be there in the building for the finals. Mike, Mo, and crew, shout out. Fucking loving this shit.
Yeah. A really cool thing is, man, you're seeing it become more and more packed as the weeks go on. Mm-hmm. The crowd's getting thicker. There's more people. Some of the cooler names in skateboarding are starting to, throw off that I'm too cool to go, and they're in the building now. Skateboarding is rallying around PSL, and I love that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Last things for me, Soldiers should have started Mickey Papa. I think that's Evan Martinez. I'm sorry.
Their team's too deep. They don't know what to do with the lineup, dude.
Yeah. But if they're mathematically eliminated, please give the people what they want. We want Sin Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the fucking Sinner up in there for the last week of their season. Assuming I think I saw that they're mathematically eliminated. And John 1 of 1, you better be working on those nollie front 180s, man. You can't go down like that, bro. They lost on a nollie 180. Your boy.
That's crazy. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap up the Bunt for this week. Y'all know where to find us next week. Wednesday, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. We'll see y'all next week.